Hey folks, Lone Gold Miner here, LGM, and we're in an area where there was a lot of placer mining done primarily by the Chinese. And how do I know that? Because I found Chinese coins in this area right here in these fields. And you see this little creek right here? They mined that probably with the rocker and box. For those who don't know what a rocker and box is, just an improvised sluice box with a little grizzly and a handle where you work in pairs most of the time. One guy buckets in material, throws it in the box. The other guy pours with a ladle into the box and shakes it. And the material classifies through a punch hole plate and into a riffle system made by wood slats. But anyhow, this is how they did it back in the day in the Southern Motherlode region, because we did have a lack of a lot of rain here. So we had limited amount of water. But today we're not going to be looking for gold. I did happen to go this morning and do a little bit of digging for gold. And but this afternoon, it's such a beautiful day today, we're going to do a little relic hunting. And if we by chance find a piece of gold among in this area, well, that's just be frosting on the cake. But once in a while, I like to take a break from gold mining and do a little relic hunting. What we have today, we have the Simplex Ultra right there. And we're going to travel light, and we're going to go hit those fields up top of there. That's where they camped out all along the top. Down below, they didn't do that so much because during heavy rains, of course, it would flood. And if you're a miner, you want to stay away from potential flash flood, which it'll take you away. But anyhow, let's get on out there and let's try to find some good. We're going to go in non-ferrous mode today. We're not going to use all metal. We may use it just to check certain things. But beautiful day. Check it out. Look at that beautiful oak tree. Anyhow, see you on the first target, folks. Okay, we are on our first target. Solid 47-48. We are on a large tailing pile right here. As you see, these are all tailing piles. I don't know if you could see them due to the sun, or by this oak tree here. Below it, that's a tailing pile. Up top of there is another tailing pile. Anyway, these huge lumps along the creeks are tailing piles. And here we are. So let's dig a number 48 and see what we get. Okay, it's in our pile right there. Let's take a look. Well, looks like a piece of aluminum. Yep. Piece of non-ferrous. What is it, though? Perhaps to something to drink. Anyway, let's continue on. Okay, we got a solid 65 here. Let's see what that is. Let me dig it out. All right, folks, nothing special. Just a bunch of rust. Here we go. Let's put it away, take it with us. Next target, 45-46. So I want to show you, I am in the gold area, although I'm using a VLF machine. I found a number of nuggets with VLF machines just by digging non-ferrous objects in really trashy areas. Now, there's some metal detectors that are more suitable for stuff like this, like the Manticore. I hear it's got a good prospecting mode, and the intelligence in that machine, by going over to target, you could pretty much tell if it's a non-ferrous and not dig out tin and all that. But I found gold with $150 metal detectors too. So anyhow, let's dig this, see what that is. And it's a shotgun bottom. Looks like a 12 gauge. All right, let's continue. Okay, we got a solid high tone 85-86. Let's dig this puppy. Another piece of trash. All right, let's continue. All right, just dig this out. I don't know, probably to a horse harness or something. All right, well, at least we're getting something interesting. Is it a ring? No, it's not a ring. All right, let's move on. There's a nice example of a huge tailing pile right there, and where that oak tree is too. And then up top of here, they would camp out right here, and they would work that area below where I'm standing. But anyway, we're going to continue on and trying to find some more targets. Okay, we got a solid 25 this way. This way we have a, it goes 20 to 30. So let's dig that, see what it is. It's a 22 cartridge. There it is. All right, let's continue. 22s basically are, I've noticed when I'm detecting, 22s tend to be bullets, 22 cal rounds. So, but you got to dig it all because that's the gold range also. Gold range goes from, depending on the metal detector, it'll go from really 02, 03s, 10s, 11s, 12s, but depending on the size gold and the metal makeup of it, ratio copper, silver to gold, anyhow, depth, it could go up to 70. So, yeah, you got to dig everything if you're hunting gold. All right, see you on the next target. So over here, I have a high-pitched 94, but it could be rusty stuff, rusty tin, or it could be silver. I've had both in those numbers. So let's dig it. All right, so it was neither, but it was a button. And let's clean it up a bit. Looks like it has a design on the front, but not sure what it's. It's not a military button for sure, but well, we don't know until we take a look at it. Anyway, some sort of button. All right, let's continue on. All right, just picked up an unfired 22 round. All right, we'll put that away in a box where I find all my artillery. All right, somewhere safe. Let's continue on. Okay, got a solid 50s, mid-range. Interesting, goes down pretty deep. As you see that hole right there? Let's see what it is. All right, got to stop that. Looks like a cast. Something really. Interesting. Looks like a little. Anyway, I'll have to clean that up, check it out. Definitely was part of something. All right, let's continue. And folks, please fill in your holes. When we're out in public or private properties and we don't fill in our holes, it makes us look bad. And then we're, not allowed in the area anymore. There will be signs up by the authorities and they say no detecting. So seriously, trust me, that was a huge thing back in the 80s and early 90s. There's a lot more people metal detecting now. It's gone mainstream. Trust me, I used to sell detectors myself, Whites and Tesoro, and all kinds of people were getting into it. And please fill in your holes. There's more of us out there, and let's keep our hobby. Let's not lose that privilege. All right. Not really sure what it is. Just a piece of metal. I don't know. All right, let's continue. Got a solid 27 to 30. Let's see what that puppy is. Bring it right back, folks. Oh, here it is. Let's see what this is. Bends pretty easy. Has some weight to it. Just not sure what it is, folks. Let's see what number it gives me. 31 is definitely not silver. Perhaps it's some kind of a, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's continue. '30s, '40s, '50s. Let's dig it. Not sure what it is. We'll take it with us, though. All right, folks. Found that off camera, but I think it's another button. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's another. Looks like another button. I'm not really sure. Yeah, it's a button. Pretty neat. All right. We'll take that. Okay, I finally dug a coin from that hole there. Oh, it's a penny. It's a penny. Question is it a, no, it's not even a wheat penny. But it's a coin. Middle of nowhere. I don't have my glasses on right. I don't see the date, but it's no wheatie, but it's a coin in the middle of nowhere. Makes you wonder how that coin got here. All right, let's continue. This is still in situ, meaning it's still in the ground. So I'm getting like multiple targets here, and it's just an example of how you should dig. Not that this is a big deal, but look, I have a piece of iron. And then, what do we got here? We have what appears to be, it's probably not sterling. Oh, it's silver. It's silver coated spoon. Check that out. That's pretty cool. So it's a silver plated spoon. How cool is that, folks? Oh, there's something over here. I can't quite read it. Anyway, there's writing right here. And but you can still you can see the coating right here. Unless it's I think it's copper. I don't know. Anyway, we'll have to take a look at that. There you go. Is this going to be the find of the day? Perhaps. Folks, it's 4 hours of metal detecting old placer deposit areas. And I would say nothing but junk. We got a good exercise. But it's a reality hunt. This is basically what it's about. If you get onto a site where your metal detector is the first one to be in the area, you're going to be finding some good things. So the more detectors that go in the area, there's going to be less and less desirable items. But anyhow, I've been hitting this area for a number of years and picked up some good things. But today, basically, I found a lot of buttons, silver-plated spoon, and 1 penny. You know, and picked up a lot of trash. So it's all good. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me, and hope you catch my next hunt. And I'll see you soon. Take care.